Hey guys, what's up and welcome to iCode. So in this video, we're going to be making our second basic iOS app in the Swift 3 beginner series. So I think you're excited about it, and the app name is Guess the Number. So let's get started. But before that, let me show you what is the app that we are going to be making. So this is the app that we are going to be making. Here you can see the title of our app, that is Guess the Number, and you got a text field, and you also got a placeholder text so that you could know what to type in that text field, and that is you can actually guess a number from 0 to 4. So you can actually type in a number from 0 to 4, and you got a button. So basically what happens is, computer, this particular iPhone chooses a random number, and you need to guess that number. That's it. So now that this particular iPhone has generated a random number, let us just guess it. So the number is either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us just guess that. So let me just say whether it is 4. So submit, and there you can see that guess number is greater than computer chosen number. So let us just decrease the number. So maybe 2. So guess number is lesser than computer chosen number. So let me just go to 3, and that's the answer. So submit it, and there you can see that you made it, you guessed it right. So the computer chosen number is 3, and we successfully guessed it. So that is all we're going to be making, and this is the app that we're going to be making in this video. So that's it. Open up Xcode and create a new project. So Xcode, go to File, New, Project. And we're going to be working with single view applications. So tap on Next, and the product name, that is name of our app. So product name, guess the number. Great. And the language is Swift. Tap on Next. Create and save this on desktop. Now quickly jump over to main.storyboard, and let me just select iPhone SE for now. Great. And now what are we going to be needing for our app? We're going to be needing a label to display title of our app. We're going to be needing a text field, a button, and also other label at the bottom. So let me just drag in a label for our app, to display title. So label from the object library. So drag in a label, and guys, remember, there's a small advice. Whenever you drag in a UI element from object library onto your app screen, make sure that you give constraints for that UI element then and there. Got it? Fine. So let me just zoom in by pinching my trackpad, and let me just resize it as well. So I'm just resizing it. Great. And now quickly double click on this label so that you could change the text for this label. And the name of our app is Guess the Number. Great. And from the alignment menu, just select this, it centers all the text of your label. Great. And let me just change the font. So I'm going to be choosing custom fonts, and any new fonts that I could select. Oh my god, yeah, this looks great, but not so good. Oh my god, no. This looks okay, not this one. Style, bold. Okay, this looks fine. So let me just give it a size as well. Maybe 25 or 30, 40? 40? No, sorry. 25. Yeah, this looks fine. And now, as I said, whenever you drag in a UI element, make sure that you give constraints then and there. You got it? I've already explained you how to add constraints to a particular UI element in one of my previous videos, that is auto layout video. If you haven't watched that video yet, the link is in the description. Go watch right now and come back later. So got it? You are with me? Okay. Now let us give constraints to this particular label. So tap on this add new constraints button, that is icon, and now I'm going to be giving a spacing of 0 to the top, that is to the top of the screen from this label. So the spacing between this label and the top of the screen is 0, and same with the left part of the screen, and same with the right part of the screen. And I'm going to be adding 3 constraints, and you see we got some yellow line here. because we didn't actually give a height constraint till now. So let's give a height constraint. So tap on this add new constraints menu and let me just give it a height of 54. Currently the size is 54 and that is actually showing right here. So let me just stick with that. So height is 54 in every container, that is in every iPhone. So add one constraint and there you can see all blue. Great! Blue is actually a good sign. So let me just check if this is at the same position in every app screen, that is iPhone 6s, iPhone 7, iPhone SE and iPhone 4s. So if I go to iPhone 4, yeah, it has the same width and it has the same spacing from the left, top and the right of the screen. And let me just select iPhone 7. Yeah, it's the same. And what if I select iPhone 7 Plus? Great. So that's the use of constraints, guys. So if you haven't watched that auto layout video, the link is in the description. So go right now, watch it and come back later. I'll be right here, okay? And now, what next? We need a text field. So we need a text field. So text field from the object library. So drag a text field, maybe right here. Yeah, right here. Okay, not here, maybe right here. Just resize it to the end of the screen. Great. And now, as I said, give the constraints then and there. So make sure that the text field is selected and tap on this add new constraints icon. Okay, so tap on this add new constraints icon and there it is showing that the spacing, the current spacing between this particular label and this text field is currently 96. And let's stick with that. What's wrong with that? So let's stick with 96 and from the left of the screen 0, 0 and add 3 constraints and everything is blue. Great. So let me just check if it looks the same way in every iPhone. So iPhone 4s, yeah, the same spacing. iPhone 7, iPhone 7 Plus, great. And now let me just give a placeholder so that user could know what to type in that text field. So let me zoom in by pinching my trackpad. So make sure that the text field is selected and from this attribute inspector, so there you can see a placeholder text. So what I'm going to do is let me just write enter number, enter a number, enter. So now we got a text right here in our text field, placeholder text. So great. So now what are we going to be needing next? We need a button, button from the object library. So drag in a button right here at the center, okay, at the center, and quickly double click on this so that you could change the text for this button. So submit, something like that. Great. And now give the constraints. Remember, give the constraints then and there. So make sure that the button is selected. So tap on the attribute, sorry, not attribute inspector. Why am I saying this? So tap on this add new constraints icon to give constraints. And now it is saying that the spacing between the button and this text field is 69. And okay, let me stick with that 69. It looks good. So I'm going to be giving a spacing of 69 from this text field. And from the left of the screen it is saying 120 and from the right it is saying 119. Okay, let me just do one thing. Let me just drag this to the end. So now it will be at a spacing of 0 from both left and right of the screen. So when I tap on this add new constraints menu, now it is 0 and 0. So I'm going to be giving spacing 0 from the right of the screen and spacing 0 from left of the screen, and of course 69 from this particular text field. So add 3 constraints, everything is blue, that means great. Now let me just check if it is okay in iPhone 4s, iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. Yes, exactly as we did. Now go back to iPhone SE and now the final label that we are going to be needing, just to show whether your particular number you guessed is actually greater or lesser than computer chosen number. Got it? So let me just drag in a text field. So not text field, come on, label. So let me just drag in a label right here, maybe. and see what I'm gonna do now. Label, maybe right here. Okay, not here, maybe right here. Okay, now let me just drag this, resize this label, and maybe write this. Great. And now quickly double click on this so that you could change the text, or you could change the text from attribute inspector. So I'm going to be changing the text from here. So what I'm going to say is number is, sorry, not number, guest number is greater than computer chosen number. Enter. Great. And here we're going to be saying 0 line, so that basically we're saying that this particular label has infinite number of lines. So now we got this particular guest number is greater than computer chosen number. Okay, now from the alignment menu, select the centered alignment so that it looks good. Now let me just change the font as well. So I'm going to be choosing custom fonts and the family. Let me just select a random but good looking. Okay, only good looking. So chalkboard SE, does it look good? Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, fine. And the size, maybe 25. No, not 25. Let me just give 20. Yeah, it fits perfectly. And now, as I said, give the constraints then and there. So make sure that this particular label is selected and tap on this add new constraints menu. And what I'm going to do is, of course, left and right 0. And here I'm not going to be choosing this particular top constraints. I'm not going to be saying that the distance between this button and this label is 109. Rather, I'm saying that the distance between this particular label and the bottom of the screen is 67. Got it? So add 3 constraints. And here we can see yellow lines again. And why is that? We didn't give a height constraint for this. So let me just give it a height of 93. Okay, fine. Add 1 constraint and great. Everything is blue. That means it's a good sign. So let me just check this. Okay, let me just check if this particular app looks same in every iPhone. So let me just go to iPhone 4S. And yeah, it looks great. And what about iPhone 7? Yeah, iPhone 7. And what about iPhone 7 Plus? Okay, great. It is exactly as we actually wanted. So fine. And now let me just run this on iPhone 5S and see how it looks on this simulator. So let me just run this on iPhone 5S. So the app is building, great. And guys, if you have any doubt in any part of video, don't hesitate to comment. I'll respond to you as fast as I can. So don't just hesitate to ask doubts. I'm available all time. Okay? Right. Okay, where's my simulator? Yeah, it's still running. So great. We got a title for our app, that is guess the number. Great. We got a text field, we got a button, and also we got this particular label which actually tells us if the guessed number is greater, lesser, or exactly equal to the computer chosen number, the random number chosen by the computer. So great. Let me just check if we could type some text in this text field. So tap on this text field, just type in some text, maybe. Okay, we're going to be giving numbers, right? We need to make the user type only numbers in our text field. So how to do it? So just minimize this and make sure that the text field is selected. Oh, come on. Okay, make sure that the text field is selected. So tap on the text field, and from the attribute inspector, what you're going to need to do is keyboard type. Yes, keyboard type. So tap on this and number pad. Got it? Now run this app again. So the app is building. So great. Now we got the title again, text field, and this button and this particular label. So let me just see if that worked. So tap on this, and there you see we got the number pair right now, and not So user can't actually give alphabets to this particular text field. He can only input numbers. Got it? Fine. And there's actually another issue, guys. We can't actually make this keyboard hide whenever you actually tap on the parts of the screen other than the text field. So that's actually a problem. So how to get rid of this? Well, if you have watched one of my previous videos, that is how to hide the keyboard whenever you tap on the parts of the screen other than the text field, I've already explained how to hide the keyboard. And we are going to be implementing same code right here, and let me show you how. So just minimize this. So go to viewcontroller.Swift. So quickly jump over to viewcontroller.Swift, and what you're going to need to do is touch this begin here, this one, and all we're going to say is view dot, sorry, not view, self dot view dot end editing and true. That's it. So let me just run this and check if that worked. And it's running. So let me just give a input, a number, maybe 5, and when I tap on the parts of the screen other than the text field, the keyboard disappeared. And it's that easy. If you haven't watched that video yet, the link is in the description, so go right now, watch it. I'll be right here waiting for you, and come back later. And so fine. So what else we need to do? And guys, for this app, I want to use entire screen. I don't want this timestamp to display on the top, and this battery indicator and this Wi-Fi indicator as well. So what I'm going to do is, well, I've already explained this part also in one of my previous videos, and that is how to hide the status bar in your app. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it. The link is in the description, and come back later. So what I'm going to do is prefer status bar hidden, and we're going to be returning true. So return true. So let me just run this again and check if that worked. And now guys, you can see that we don't see this particular timestamp, the Wi-Fi indicator and the battery indicator. So that worked, and it's that simple. So now what are we gonna need to do? We need to make these UI elements interact with each other. So we need to connect all these UI elements to this viewcontroller.Swift. Well, I have already made a video on how to make the UI elements interact with each other. If you haven't watched that video yet, the link is in the description, so go watch right now and come back later. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, quickly jump over to main.storyboard and tap on this particular assistant editor. So now we need to connect all the UI elements to this particular view controller to make the UI elements interact. So okay, let me just adjust this so that I could get some space. Great. Now let's connect this text field to viewcontroller.Swift. So let me just drag in this text field, control drag, and name this user guest number, and the connection is of type outlet, so connect. So now this text field is connected to this particular viewcontroller.Swift file, and now it's time for button. So control drag, and let me just put it right here. Okay, and the connection is of type action, and the name button tabbed, something like that. So button tabbed, and yeah, connect. So it's connected, so button is connected, and we need to connect this label as well, because you know we actually make interaction between this text field and this label. So control drag, result label, result label. So connect, so the label is now connected as well. Okay, let me just put it on top. So control X to cut it, and let me just put it right here, you know, a good coding practice. So now that everything is connected, we need to write some code for that. So now let me just bring in the left pane. So I'm going to be pressing the single pane so that I work with only single pane. Okay, now quickly jump over to view dot, sorry, not view dot, come on, why am I saying that? View controller.Swift, and we're going to be writing some code now. So the part of the code that we write in here between this brackets, flower brackets, it's going to be executed whenever the button is tapped. Okay, got it? Now, what do we want? First of all, we need computer to choose a number whenever this app is launched. So we need to generate a random number. I've already explained you how to generate random numbers in one of my previous videos. So if you haven't watched that video yet, go guys, go watch it right now and come back later. So first we need to generate a random number whenever this app is launched. So for that we need to write some code in this Viewdidload function. So what is this Viewdidload function? This is nothing but whatever the part of the code that you write in this particular Viewdidload function, that code gets executed whenever this particular view loads, that is the view inside this view controller. You got it? So let me show that view to you. So quickly jump over to main.storyboard, and here you can see that this particular view controller, that is this particular view controller, has a view, this view. So whenever this view, that is the entire screen, loads, this particular code that we write in here gets executed. That is, for now we need a random number to be generated. So let's generate random numbers. Okay, I'm gonna be generating a random number by just saying let computer chosen number is equal to. So arg for random uniform, and the upper bound is like let me just give 20. So again, not 20, 10, not even 10, let me just give 5, so that computer always chooses a number from 0 to 4. Okay, fine. Now the computer generates a number, and let me just check if it is actually generating or not, if the computer is actually choosing a number or not, by just saying print computer chosen number. So let me just run this on iPhone 5s and see if the computer, okay, basically iPhone, okay, our iPhone is actually generating a random number, is choosing a random number or not. So now, yeah, we got 2 right here. So now the computer generated the random number. What next? So what are we going to do is, okay, so basically the user types in a number. So okay, let me just go to hardware. Where's the keyboard? So keyboard, toggle keyboard, and yeah, we got the keyboard. So basically the user types in a number right here, maybe 2, and checks if this particular number is greater than the computer chosen number or less than computer chosen number. So we're going to be implementing if conditions right here. So okay, so what I'm going to say is, let us suppose that user has now tapped on the button and he has already given a number as input to the text field. This particular text field, user gets the number. So what I'm going to say is, if user gets the number dot text, so the text for this user gets number is greater than the computer chosen number. So computer chosen number. Well, now guys, if you can see, we have got an error. Okay, why is that? Let me just tap on that just to see what is the error, and there you can see that use of unresolved identifier computer chosen number. So what is that? Okay, let me tell you what is that. So this particular variable computer chosen number is actually localized for this particular function, that is Viewdidload function, and we can't actually use any local variable of certain function in other functions. You got it? So to resolve it, we need to actually declare this variable globally. So how to declare a variable globally? So what all you need to do is, you need to declare this variable out of all functions inside the class. That's it. So what I'm saying is, we need to declare this particular variable. So control copy. We need to declare this particular variable out of all functions inside the class. So let me just give it a number as well. So what we're going to say is, computer chosen number is of type int, which is now equal to 0, and let me just change it to variable because it changes value right here whenever this Viewdidload function loads. So variable computer chosen number, it's of type int, and now if you can see, this particular error has to disappear. Okay, we got the error because binary operator greater cannot be applied to operator of type string and int. Great. So as I told you, whatever the text that you type in this text field, it's actually of type string. We need to change that to int by casting. So let me just cast this. So we're going to say int, and that's it. Now it's casted. This particular user guessed number dot text is now of type integer, and let me just force unwrap it. So now I think we can get rid of all the errors that we are getting, and we got another force unwrapping it. Great. So now if user guessed number dot text is greater than computer chosen number, so if user guessed number is greater than computer chosen number, we need to display that guessed number is greater than the computer chosen number. That's it. So what we're going to say is, where is the result label? Okay, what we're going to say is result label dot text. That is the text for this result label. That is the text that you are actually seeing right here. So result label dot text will be now equal to, so it says that guessed number is greater than computer chosen number. Got it? Great. So now we have made one condition. Similarly, we need to make for other condition as well. So that is else if, okay, else if, so let me just copy this. So else if, so copy, let me just paste it right here and say that else if user guessed number is less than computer chosen number. Now what we're going to say, let me just copy this again. So result label, so copy, paste. So result label dot text will be now equal to guessed number is lesser than computer chosen number. Okay, what did I do? Chosen number, CHOSEN. And final thing, else if user guessed number is equal to the computer generated, that is computer chosen number. So copy, we're going to be pasting this right here. So the result label dot text will be now equal to you made it, you guessed it right. So you guessed it right, and let me just give an exclamation marks, just to express, feeling of happiness, surprise, anything. So I think we are done with the code, and let us just check this on different app screens, just to make sure that our constraints are working perfectly and our app is working perfectly. And also guys, I want to make one change. I don't want to see this black color all over the screen. I just want to give some colors, just to make the app attractive. So let me just, select a color, maybe red or something, and this looks okay. Not so good, but actually better than it was before. So let me just give another color for this, and maybe blue. Okay, and now we need to remove all this text. Enter. So that you don't see the text whenever you open the app screen before you can actually choose any number. So let me just run this on iPhone 5s. Now what's gonna happen? The computer generates a random number, so it basically chooses a number, and now you can actually guess it. Great, we got a red title, so everything is going good. So now the computer has chosen a number, any number from 0 to 4. So you can actually check it from console that it actually has chosen 3. So let me just give 4 and submit, and now you can see that the guest number is greater. Of course 4 is greater than 3. What if I give 2? Submit, and now you can see that guest number is greater than the computer chosen number, which is wrong. There's something fishy in the code, so let's just get back to the code and see if there are any bugs. So, yeah, bugs are disgusting, but sometimes it's fun. So now we need to find why our code is not working. Oh, now you can see that this particular variable is declared twice. That is, here we declared it globally, again we declared here in this Viewdidload function. So this is wrong. Let me just remove this let. So now this particular, okay, this is int, fine. So now everything is good. We declared this particular variable only once. So here globally, and we have given a random number for this computer chosen number, and now it will work. So let me just run this. So I think it will work this time. I promise. Don't worry. Okay. Well, fine. Now the computer has generated a number 3 again. So let me just check this. Is it generating 3 frequently or random numbers uniformly? So let me just run this app again. So 3 again. So what is going on? Let me just run this again. Something fishy? No, I don't think so. Oh, you got 4. See? Okay, there's nothing wrong in the code. So now as it is 4, if I choose 2, it's gonna be saying, hey, your guest number is lesser than the computer chosen number. And that's absolutely correct. And what if I choose, of course I can't choose 5. Okay, I can choose 5. So submit. And here you can see that guest number is greater than the computer chosen number. Wow. And what if I choose 4? Oh, 4? Is it not 4? So 4, submit. And there you can see that guest number is greater than the computer chosen number. And why is that? Okay, there's another bug, guys. Else if int user guessed number dot text, if it is equal to the computer chosen number, then display that. Also I need to make a change just to go to main.storyboard, and what I'm gonna do is, instead of enter a number as a placeholder text, what I'm gonna say is guess a number, and I'm gonna be giving a range for the user 0 to say something like 4. So now user can know what actually are the range of the numbers that he could actually input to the user text field. So great, enter. And let me just run this for the final time, and not on iPhone 5s. Let me just check this on iPhone 6s so that you can confirm that your constraints are working perfectly in every app screen. So running on iPhone 6s, get set go. So it's still running. So it's building, and yes, so exactly we have a distance of 0 from the title of our app to the top of the screen, and everything as we stated, as we actually assigned the constraints to each of the UI elements. So everything is perfect, guys. So let me just tap on this and see what is the number by the computer. So it's 0. And what if I give 5? Submit. So guess number is greater. Of course it's greater. So why did I type 5 when it's actually showing 0 to 4? Oh, come on. So let me just give 4 and see that, yeah, still guess number is greater than the computer chosen number. And what if I just give 0? You made it. You guessed it right. So that's it, guys. That's it. It's that simple to make this app. So this is gonna be your second iOS basic app in the Swift 3 beginner series, and we're gonna be making many apps, maybe 50. You're gonna be making a chat app, Messenger, and Snapchat, and what else? Movie Week app, Magic Games, and many more. So stay tuned for my videos and just subscribe to my channel to get all the notifications about my videos. So thanks for watching this, guys. Thanks for watching, and also make some changes in your app, not just exactly the same. And If you want to show the app to me, just send it over. I would love to look into your app, how you design it, what's your idea and all. So that's it guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll be back with another awesome video. So goodbye.